Hi, this is Tom Chittum, your fearless military analyst, podcasting from beautiful Puerto Rico. Excuse me a minute, I gotta go get some appropriate chemicals. Well, just hang on, I'll just bring my pipe in here. I'm back. I am sorry about all these interruptions, but as you know, I'm kind of Dane Bramage from Vietnam. And to medicate myself, I smoke legal marijuana that I get down here in Puerto Rico. I got to turn off the fan. Hang on. Now, let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. About 2 weeks ago, I posted a video about what was going on in Ukraine, or what I thought was going on in Ukraine, and it looked to me like somebody had just rang the bell on the Ukrainian army. They were in such deep shit that there was no realistic way they could get out of it except by laying down their arms and coming down with their hands up. They knew it, and anybody in the world who knows anything about the military knows that they didn't have a chance in hell, not any realistic chance. All those, I'm talking about the entire Ukrainian army in the Donbass area. They are cooked gooses, every last one of them. Now, I said that about 2 weeks ago. Anyways, it is no great act of prophecy on my part. Every rational person, or at least every rational military analyst in the world could see it. The guys at the Pentagon who were saying otherwise were just damn liars, and they knew they were damn liars. They knew the Ukrainian army was a cooked goose. And remarkably, about 2 weeks later, which is now, everybody's dumping on the Ukrainians. They've been thrown on the bus officially. The New York Times came out and threw them on the bus. That's about as official as it gets. Kissinger. Yeah, the Kissinger, the snake, lizard, blood-drinking, outer space alien, son of a whore, Bilderberg bastard, king of all the lizards, even he threw the Ukrainians on the bus. And the fun thing about it was, he said that they must make peace in order not to humiliate Russia. That's the silliest shit I've ever heard in my life. But, you know, it passes the test. If a moron will believe it, you can say it on TV and get away with it. Why was he saying that? Apparently, they're not going to have to throw the towel in, and there's going to be some sort of agreement with Russia, which they will gladly sign because they don't have a choice. The Russians have got them by the gerbils. And at that time, they'll say, well, this was actually a good deal because Russia was being humiliated, but we gave them a break and we gave them an off-ramp, even though Russia took everything militarily. And they don't need an off-ramp. They don't need an excuse. They don't need everything. They got all the marbles. They won, plain and simple. The only person still hacking for the Ukrainians is Soros. He's still in high dungeon. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. He really needs to take a trank of some kind. Okay, now, what's the big driving forces behind this terrible predicament of the surrounded Ukrainian armies? Well, they are surrounded. If they're not, they're physically surrounded typically on three sides, and to the west, where their supplies come in, the roads and railroads are under the fire of Russian artillery. They're like the Germans were at Stalingrad. They're in a big cauldron and they're being cooked. It's like for you non-military types, it's like a big bear hug. First you surround an enemy force and you just crush. They can't get any ammo except maybe by airdrop. And you just stand back and butcher the shit out of them. That's how both sides fought World War II on the Eastern Front. Over there, the cauldron was the name of the game, and the most famous was Stalingrad. I think it took maybe 2 months after the Russians surrounded Stalingrad to starve the Germans out. I don't think it's going to take 2 months for the Ukraine. This one unit, they were down to one potato per day. I'm talking about a Ukrainian unit, and they were bitching about one potato a day. Hey, man, Do you realize the size of Zelensky's Coke bill? Shut your fucking mouth and be happy you got one potato, you goddamn moaning, groaning putty. Whoop. I'm sorry, I'm talking old army English. Okay, now what? According to some stats from the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense or bullshit or propaganda or whatever, for every one artillery shell the Ukrainians fire, they get 40 back. 40 to 1. Every time they shoot one artillery shell, the Russians shoot 40 back on the average, okay? And not only that, but their guns, the Russian guns, generally speaking, have longer ranges. In short, the Ukrainians are just outgunned, outmanned, everything, and they're even running low on potatoes. Now, what else? Oh, yeah. As I mentioned before, the Ukrainian Air Force is now just a nuisance. It can't really do anything. And the Russian Air Force rules the whole battlefield. So there's really no way that the Ukrainian army can retreat. They'll just be blown to bits the minute they get out of those trenches and start forming convoys. If they try to hoof it on foot, the artillery will get them. They don't have a chance. The only thing they can realistically do is put their fucking hands up and come out. Now, let's see. Videos. Oh, yeah, what else is going on? See, all the Ukrainian grunts know this, too. Their officers are fleeing, getting in private vehicles or stealing government transport and fleeing, just running away. Entire units, like platoons, are posting bitch videos and putting them on the web. Saying, no, we ain't got no food. We ain't got no ammo. We ain't got no money. The Russians are dropping thermobaric bombs on us every day. Oh, shut the fuck up and get back in your trenches. What else? Oh, yeah. Guys aren't reporting when they're called up in Ukraine. It's a death sentence. They know it. Take their chances with the local cops. What do you call them? Military police or whatever. Chain dogs. Oh, yeah. Another factor that I've only heard one other guy talk about, because he was obviously an ex-military man who's actually been shot at like me. And he mentioned that the new fallback trenches that the Ukrainians are now in a lot of cases, not all cases, but a lot of cases, are brand new trenches. And you can see they're brand new trenches on the web. They just been dug by a trench making machine, a week ago or something. And they don't have any bunkers with overhead cover. Now, things like that are useless. For you non-military types out there, this is an artillery war, just like World War II. Most of the people that are being killed by artillery, plain and simple. And what's the biggest artillery killer? It's called the airburst round, and it kills infantry. It doesn't explode when it hits the ground. It explodes about 20 feet up the air and just sprays shrapnel all over the place. That's why these open trenches, they're bloody well useless. The only thing they're good for is letting the Russian observers know where your troops are. They're laying in this trench with no overhead cover. You just call in airburst artillery on, and that's the end of them. They're being slaughtered almost at will. I've only heard one other guy talk about that, though. You don't really think about things like that unless you've been shelled yourself. Oh, yeah, no water. Water isn't free. It doesn't fall out of the sky. If it does, you can't stand there and hold your helmet and get it. I tried that. It doesn't work. A lot of these places where the Ukrainians are digging in, it's these little mini forests that are dotted all over the place and intermixed with the fields. There's no real water there unless they're lucky. There might be a stream or a well if they're lucky. If not, there is no water supply. It has to come trucked in from outside. And Ukrainians don't have any trucks left, so they don't have any water either. And if Zelensky could arrange it, I'm sure he would find a way to suck all the oxygen out of the air so they can't have any of that either. If he could buy some more coke with it, you stupid bastard, stop fighting for that cokehead. And what's that? What else? My friends, we're stuffed. There is a horrible global famine on top of us right now. People are starving in places where they hadn't previously starved, like Sea Lion, because they got no food down there. All over Central America, people are running out of food. all over this stinking fucking world. And it's going to result in wars, revolutions, civil strife, you name it, all of it conceived, planned, and executed by the New World Order. That's why you're seeing all this crap about Ukrainians can't get their grain out. Believe me, they're going to get all that grain out, and it's going to be sold, and they're going to use it to buy weapons or coke for Mr. Z. Don't make it wrong. I like that guy. I'd start coke with that guy any day because he's just like me. When he sees the enemy coming, he's going to jump on a chopper and chopper out there and go to London and snort coke all day long. I would too. Fuck it. The only reason I didn't desert in Vietnam is because when I made the decision to desert, I only had 1 month left. So, well, hell, I might as well take my chances. And I won that roll of the dice. But let me tell you. Okay. I want to end this video, or I may be back tomorrow with another video because things are really popping over there in Ukraine. Okay. Good luck, guys. Keep your head down.